This podcast will hopefully contain words or statements of obscene, pornographic, or immoral character. You have been warned. You have been warned. You have been warned.
All right, let's go, motherfucker. Bring it.
Let's do it.
Woohoo! I was waiting for you to burp.
Oh, I was trying to. It was stuck.
Nice.
Yeah, so episode, what is this, episode 31, right?
Yeah. Hey, before you get started,
Yeah.
how's your back?
How's my back? Yeah. I know, that was so funny.
That is so fucking funny.
You said that, and then on the podcast, and I didn't even listen to it because I was so out of commission. And then Gene sent me that text. He's like, hey, bro, I hope you're feeling a lot better. I know what it's like to have back pain. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, Kurt said you threw your back out. I'm like, what? And I was like, still like confused. And then I think it was like the next morning, or it was later that day, I think I listened to what you posted, and then I was like, oh, like he actually thought my back was hurt. I was like, what a dick.
Oh my God.
But,
it makes me laugh.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, dude, I was so fucking sick. I really honestly can't remember the last time I was so fucking sick. It wasn't COVID because I tested twice. It was negative both times. And yeah, I was fucking laid up, man. I couldn't do shit. I was like, the first day or two was just sort of like, oh, like this is maybe just allergies. And then it progressed to, and like 2 days later, then I just started getting the fevers and the chills and like body aches. And then and then it turned into just super tired.
So just like an extended flu?
Yeah, I think like extended flu. And then and nothing I ever blew out of my head or hawked up was ever like green or nasty. It was always clear. So that's weird too, that it never like really progressed to any kind of like infectious state, I guess. But yeah, man, I was really fucking sick. And then I'm still got a little bit of a cough, but
Well, nice take there.
yeah.
Trying to get sympathy from the peoples.
But the other thing too, in the midst of having this flu, one of our chickens got sick, and I'm still like trying to like nurse her back to health. I don't know if you've ever dealt with this in any of your chickens, but they get that thing called sauerkraut.
No, I have not dealt with that.
Yeah. So whatever, our chicken was having this other issue, and we pretty much figured out she was like vitamin deficient. It's like a long story, but yeah, basically she needed like, there were certain vitamins she wasn't getting in her feed. And so we had to like give them to her in a different way. Like
Anally?
No, not anally. It was just kind of like an electrolyte kind of thing that we just like feed her with the dropper. And we also we took her to the vet just to like have them observe her, just to kind of like see what was going on. And they were like, yeah, let's go ahead and put her on antibiotics just to make sure she doesn't have like a bacteria or something like that. So we put her on some antibiotics, and apparently putting chickens on antibiotics can like exacerbate like getting this sauerkraut thing. It can like make them get it. So essentially what it is when their crop, which is like the little sac that like holds their food before it goes into the digestion, it can stop working. So all the food that they eat just like stays in there, and it like literally starts to ferment. And
nice. So it's drunk.
Yeah. So and it won't pass. So they're not like getting nutrition at all. So it's fucking crazy, dude. We did it yesterday. So there's this technique you have to do where you like hold the chicken, and you have to like, and its crop is kind of like right in its like above its right chest and sort of in its neck, and it like fills up, like you can feel it. It's like all like a golf ball size. So you actually have to kind of like turn the chicken over and like massage that crop thing. And then because chickens can't throw up on their own. So you basically have to like get them to throw up all the shit that's in this crop like out. And then once you do that, then you can like start to kind of like refeed them and like start over.
So does it like slowly kind of get back to health? We did have one that got sick and we thought it was egg bound, but later we found out that it might have been a rooster. It might have been a cock, so he was probed for an egg that he wasn't going to produce.
Damn, brutal.
And he was down for the count for a couple days, but then all of a sudden it was like, I think we like bathed them and kind of I don't know what the fuck. Blythe, I think, spearheaded that, and they read a bunch of shit on fucking online, and so they did a bunch of stuff to manipulate our poor chicken. But he came back.
That's cool. Yeah, we're
as douchey as ever.
As douchey as ever. Yeah, we're in that weird phase now. So, like, basically, antibiotics will disrupt the good bacteria in this crop area. So that kind of like keeps it from working. So like right now we had to like get all the bad shit out. And then there's like this cocktail you mix up of like Epsom salt and like apple cider vinegar that like is because like apple cider vinegar is like a probiotic. So it like is supposed to build up so it starts working again in there. But the problem is you can't feed them for like 24 hours once you start this process. And she was already sort of like not doing so great anyway because of this other thing she had going on. So she's already sort of like low on nutrients. So she's like really lethargic and weak. So it's kind of like the next 24 hours are going to be like really critical if she makes it or not, because it's like if the crop doesn't start to work the correct way, then we can't start to feed her. And if we can't feed her, she's just going to starve basically. So
that sounds fucking horrible.
Yeah, it sucks. And she's like, of course, typical shit, man. Like anytime you have a pet or multiple pets, like the one that you like the most is like always the one that fucking gets sick and has fucked up shit happen. It like never fails. So, so yeah, it's definitely sad. And I tell you what, man, chickens, they don't get enough credit for being like fighters, man. Like this little chicken has been fighting hard to make it. I'm not going to lie. It's been sad, but also pretty amazing to watch. Just like her not wanting, she's not giving up, man. She keeps fighting. So hopefully, hopefully next time we have the podcast, I'll have good news about her bouncing back. But I don't know. It's very guarded prognosis at the moment, I think.
So are you keeping it in the house with you?
Yeah. So it's inside in a little like doggy crate kind of thing. And we have a little heater on it, keeping it warm. And yeah, just like, I mean, honestly, dude, we're like trying our best to like baby it back to health. So I don't know. It's been going on it was like 2 weekends ago is when she started showing these symptoms of this vitamin deficiency. She was kind of getting like weird, like neurological shit going on. Like her legs would sort of twitch and seizure. And yeah, so we kind of figured out she was like really low on B vitamins. So she just needed to be like an IV of B vitamins. And then she like bounced back, but then never should have put her on the antibiotics. If I wouldn't have put her on the antibiotics, she probably would have already been like better. But I think that just like she was already sort of weakened, and that sort of just like made things worse. But yeah, anyway, so that's that. But
this week in chickens?
Yeah, this week are the chicken part of the podcast.
All right, so I left the door open because I'm the lone sailor here at the household. So Loki might come in and get nuts, just warning everybody.
That's fine. I don't mind.
Oh, well. You will when he starts fucking barking for no goddamn reason. Or when he barks at the fucking cat because he doesn't like it.
Well, as long as he doesn't bark while I read this little excerpt that I want to share.
Okay. We need music. Cue the music.
Yeah. Well, so I was trying to think if I could read this in a sultry, seductive radio voice kind of way, but I think we would need Fred for that.
Fred, yeah.
Which, by the way, I always forget how awesome that radio show was, and like Fred is the star that.
By far.
It's like,
he's
oh,
the fucking
it's
star.
like, it's almost like if we didn't know Fred, people would probably think, how much did they have to pay to hire this radio DJ to like talk about these shitty songs?
So I am totally in, and I believe Fred is as well, as trying to do them like every other month or whatever. So people can send in their stuff that they're working on, because I know people that we hang out with are still in bands or hung out with, so it'll be cool.
Yeah, I think it will be cool. Like I'm totally into that as an idea.
All right, get sexy for me.
Okay.
Oh, so, that's hot. Yeah. Woohoo!
Yeah. So this is a starting point of a text chain that I have been on for like the last 2 weeks. And this is sort of what like started it all off. And this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the path that it took, but this was sent, and this is in our bomb threat group text chat. And as soon as this got sent by this individual, my very first response was, "You realize I'm going to read this on the podcast, right?" and they said that was fine. So here we go. If any of you are ever around me when I'm in the vicinity of Carrie Underwood, please soak my mustache in gasoline and light it on fire, in the hopes that she will sit on my face to smother the flames. And when her sweet cooch envelops my nostrils and her delicious ham hocks pummel my chin, blocking my airways and forcing the light from my eyes, know that my last muffled words will be used to thank a God that I did not believe in until that moment.
Loki fucking loved it.
So yeah, anyway, so that's that little text excerpt I wanted to share.
So we're taking it that somebody likes Trisha what Yearwood really a whole lot.
Carrie Underwood, not Trisha Yearwood. It's a little bit of a difference.
That's what I was like. I don't know who the fuck. Like as a show, I know who they are, but I couldn't pick her out of a fucking lineup.
Yeah.
But apparently, maybe I could, because she'd be the one with the burnt cooch from the fucking mustache fire.
Yeah. It's quite a visual. I'll say that. I personally don't find Carrie Underwood that appealing myself, but that's just me.
Now I have to look her up.
Yeah, I mean,
like
she's cute. I mean, I don't think she's like repulsive or anything, but she's definitely not my cup of tea. I'll say that. But she's a cute girl. I can understand why
Does
people
she do
like
the
her.
Fucking football thing?
I don't even know what that means.
The Monday Night Football, they used to have the person singing. Maybe Sunday Night Football now.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Well, did the email come on fucking Sunday? Or text come on Sunday?
I don't remember. This is from like 2 weeks ago.
You know, have this little thing on your... Oh, it doesn't work because some douchebag has a fucking Android phone. Matt, I know it's you.
Yeah, it's Matt. Matt's the only one in our text chain that doesn't have an iPhone, I think.
Yeah, and it fucks everything up.
It totally
nice job
does.
being a fucking anarchist on the only thing it's okay not to be a douchebag on. Because I fucking hate Apple. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And I'd rather chop a nut off and shove it up my nose than fucking buy a fucking Mac computer. But the fucking iPhone works, and it's fucking simple.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking funny because my family is an Android fuck you Apple type people as well.
Yeah.
But my family would fucking just feel like gods on them because the fucking junk ass phones they buy. I don't know how the fuck they figured it out. I like.
Are you talking about like your grandparents?
My aunt. I don't think anybody in my family has a fucking iPhone besides my sister.
Wow.
Like everybody has like fucking the weird ass Google phones, and I'm like, my mom's showing me shit. I'm like, I don't understand this fucking thing. I was like, confused. Too many buttons, too much thought. It should just be simple. You're older than I am. This should be easier for you, and it's not.
Man, yeah, I don't know. I barely. I mean, I don't hardly use my phone in like 90% of the way you can use it to like utilize things. It's like I fucking text on it. I check emails on it. I use Instagram on it, and I use my notepad and voice memo, and that's pretty much like all I do with my phone.
I think that might be the extent of mine. Well, I listen to podcast on it. So that's my YouTube for you.
Yeah, my phone is basically like a glorified fucking recording device for if I'm like like writing riffs on my guitar, like I'll record shit or I'll write down lyric ideas or something, and text messages. And
I actually did that for the first time last week or 2 weeks ago.
What's
when
that?
I started the weird shit song.
Oh, right.
Like, because I listened to them sing it, and I started working out the rhythm and stuff in my head on how I wanted it to go. Mm-hmm. And so on the way home, I'm singing to my fucking phone. Moron.
Yeah, I kind of do that sometimes too. Like if I'm driving and something will come into my mind, I'll like voice memo humming shit. Just into
absolutely. Yeah.
So I definitely, like, if anybody got a hold of my phone and looked at the voice memos, they would be entertained for a pretty long time because there's so much random shit on there of me just like saying fuck, like just random shit that like would make no sense to anybody if they listened to it. Like, this guy's fucking weird. Like he's just like hums into his phone. What is he doing?
So remember, we did have that vision of Fred and I writing lyrics on the way to Hagerstown. We tried that.
Yeah.
I found the files with my ghost hunting files, but I forgot that Cooper called in the middle of our drive to Hagerstown. Mm-hmm. So it was 25 minutes of me talking to Cooper on the phone. Oh, so Jesus. It wasn't as exciting as you would want it to be.
Yeah. Probably not. Well, so back to that story I read. So that story turned into a very lengthy, like week and a half dialogue. There's a lot of discussions about the potty cast, the pooping potty cast. That we definitely ruffled some feathers with that and created quite a discussion. And I've received lots of text messages and direct messages through Instagram from people.
I'm glad that you're the fucking face of this fucking monstrosity.
I mean, we can change that if you.
Oh, fuck no.
But yeah, just lots of people reaching out, being like, oh, like, I totally agree with these things you said, or that other thing you said was like, that was crazy. And some people just like totally disagreeing with some of the things that we said. So, the one
Are you going to dive deeper, or am I going to start asking you questions?
No, I'll dive deeper.
Okay.
The first thing, though, that I was very pleasantly surprised by, that was, as of this date, unanimous, is toilet paper over the top. So no one said, like, fuck you, I'd run the toilet paper out from the bottom of the roll. Everyone was like, definitely out of the top. Like, if you don't do it out of the top, like, you're an asshole, basically.
Well, apparently Amanda said it might have been a deal breaker for us.
Yeah, well, that's right. That's heavy, dude. When she sent that text, I was like, that's pretty harsh, but I understand that. I get it.
You're like, you have hot feet and hands, but I can't fucking deal with your fucking toilet paper. You got a lot of fucking rules that people need to fucking abide by. I thought I was bad.
I don't have that many rules, but the ones I do have are, I guess, kind of weird. Well, the toilet paper over the top might not be like a deal breaker for me, but if they wouldn't be willing to train themselves to be better about that, then it would maybe be a problem. I'd give him a chance to change before I would take any drastic measures.
And so I had no fucking allegiance either way, but my last two people, I think everybody that I've ever dated, except maybe Kate, has been completely OCD.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm the person that'll spin the fucking bottles in the spice whatever cupboard to fuck with them. Yes, that's me, because I don't care. As long as it's where it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
my fucking ADHD mind, it doesn't have to have nothing on it that identifies what it is, as long as it's where I put it 2 years ago. Like, I know where I put it, but I don't, like, if you move it, it's fucking gone.
Yeah, that's the thing that bothers me. I don't really give a shit about OCD-ness of stuff, but if I put something away and I go to get it, I expect it to like be in that same spot so I think that's one of the most difficult things of being in a relationship, is if you're with someone who doesn't have the same like habits as you when it comes to things like that. Like going for the fingernail clippers and they're like not where they normally always are. Like that's like so frustrating, because then I'm like spending like 10 minutes looking for the fingernail clippers, and like all it takes is just to like put them back in the little dish that holds things like that. So, but I mean,
Your
whatever.
head would explode living at this house when both the boys and everybody was here and we were full capacity.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't keep anything because everything fucking disappeared. And shit would show up like months later. You're like, where the fuck is that?
Yeah.
It's because they clipped their nails, took them upstairs to their bedroom, and then a month later decided to clip their nails, walk downstairs with it, and fucking left it where it was supposed to be, or close to where it was supposed to be. I would say that Amanda puts up with a lot of shit from me.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I don't need shit to be perfect. I just need it to be where I dropped it when I was done with it.
Right.
So that doesn't work in a person who likes things neat and orderly. And I try. I'm not good at it. Yeah, I'm not very good at it. I gave somebody shit for cleaning up my desk at the old office.
Shit. Yeah, that would piss me off.
What you're trying to do, but let me tell you that I will now have to spend fucking 45 minutes going through this shit to understand where you fucking move stuff that I had specific places for.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not cool. Like someone doing that shit to your work desk, that's a little far.
Yeah.
But back to the pooping side of things.
Okay, yeah.
So a couple things that came up were frequency of wiping. So I don't remember even saying this on the podcast. Apparently I did, but I had said that a typical like wipe for me is like 4 to 6 times. But I don't actually remember saying that. I thought that if I did say something like that, I said it in the context of, if you know you have like a really messy crap, you're going to have to like wipe a certain amount of times before you actually go to like butt wipes, because you need to get all the like sloppy shit out before you like do like a cleanup with the butt wipes.
I agree.
That's what I think I was kind of referring to, but apparently a couple different people were like, can't believe it takes you 4 to 6 times to like clean your ass. Like that's crazy. They were like blown away by that. And I'm just like, is that really that abnormal? And people, like everyone I was talking to were like saying like they wipe only like once or twice ever. And sometimes they wipe 3 times, like, and that's rare.
That is so fucking rare for me to only have to wipe once or twice. It's usually when I'm fucking dehydrated and I'm fucking spitting out fucking marbles. Because any other time, it just there's something that happens. There's a little residual.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and I wasn't even like overly trying to defend my stance, but I was just like, sometimes you get like the crayon poop where it just like keeps marking the toilet paper like 10 fucking times, and you can't fucking get it to stop.
Oh my God, so much yes.
So like sometimes you have that, and so here was how I kind of explained myself, is that you poop, right? And then like you usually have like an idea of, based on like what it felt like, sort of what you have ahead of you to like take care of things. But like wipe number one is like the test wipe. That's like you're seeing like sort of what you're dealing with. And then like depending on how bad that is, then you're doing like wipe 2 and 3 to kind of like finish it off. And then like wipe 4 is just sort of like an end test to just like see that you got everything.
Dude, if I don't get a clean end test, there is no end. Like, yeah, I can keep going. It could be multiple.
So that's what I'm saying. So like I think like on average, I'm probably always at least doing a 3 or 4 wiper. Being 1's your test wipe, 2 and 3 are your main cleanup, and like 4 and maybe even possibly a 5 wipe is your like just making sure like everything is cleaned out. But
then
now
to the butt wipe.
Yeah, but I was made to feel like a fucking leper because of like wiping that many times. And so Matt Powell was the one who had the most like disgust for this. Just that basically he was the one who was claiming he basically has like a untampered with butthole that he like never has to fucking wipe more than like one time. And he's
got a princess butthole.
Yeah, his fucking princess butt.
Oh my God. So how clean is it really?
Well, but
that's the real fucking question.
So my retort to him was that the reason why he never has to wipe his ass is because his fucking ass is so flat that he doesn't have anything for his turds to touch on the way out. So it's like he's basically only ever wiping his fucking anal ring because there's like nothing else around the area.
He blew the O totally.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I can't help I have a ghetto booty and I fucking like touch the sides when I fucking poop.
My Lord.
But yeah, like all those guys were like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like wiping like 4 to 6 times. Like that's like, and they were sending me all these like Google articles of like doctors say that you should never wipe more than 3 times. And like, I'm
what?
like, I don't know. I think
propaganda. Propaganda from the anti-toilet paper companies.
Yeah.
That's what that is. Those are fucking articles are planted by the man to make you not buy toilet paper.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd be curious to hear from any other listeners if like 3 to 5, 4 to 6-ish wipes is like just super excessive.
Well, who brought up the vegetarian shit?
Oh, that was Jeremy.
Dude, so on the Atkins, it's the exact opposite and ends you up in Matt Powell fucking one Whiteville because Atkins is like the worst. You only shit twice a week if you're lucky, and they're fucking hard as rocks.
Yeah. Oh, so like basically just all the protein just like makes everything like fucking boulders.
Yeah. And they smell really good too. If I was to rank them, I'd say very high.
I bet. So another thing that was brought up was torpedo turds, which come out and like, you know, basically like hit the water and splash up and help you get a pre-cleanse to like cut back on the amount of wipes. And then that brought up the topic of having a bidet.
No, I couldn't do that, I don't think.
And so Dave says he has one of those like bidets you can like add to your toilet seat after the fact. And I have used one of those because a house that we house sit at on occasion, they have one in their house. And that's something else. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm
shaking my head.
Yeah, it's
I don't need the magic watering of my asshole.
I don't dislike it, but I don't think it's something I would do all the time. So then Matt Powell was saying that the only time he ever has to wipe more than like once or twice is if he has a Mexican lunch. and someone responded, Mexican lunch sounds like a sexual term. So then I forget who, but someone researched it and sent a link. I think it was from the Urban Dictionary
For the chili dog?
that Mexican lunch is an actual sexual act. And do you know what a Mexican lunch is?
Fuck no.
Yeah. I didn't know what this was
All
either.
right, well,
and I wish
spread the
I did.
magic.
I wish I didn't because it's fucking disgusting. But a Mexican lunch is if you're eating a girl out on her period, but she also simultaneously has green discharge. So it's supposed to be like guac and salsa. So that's why it's a Mexican lunch.
I would like to say that I've never had to experience that, and
Yeah.
I hopes to hell I never do.
Yeah.
That is horrendous.
So horrendous. Like what is happening with your chick if you're
Oh my
getting
God.
Mexican lunch? But the two most profound things I believe that came from the discussion we were having is people who wipe and then fold the toilet paper and wipe again with that same piece of toilet paper. Curtis is raising his hand. You sick fuck.
Wait, whoa. How am I a sick fuck? Okay, go ahead.
Hold on. My response in that text thread, as I forget who it was that said that they double wipe, and I came back with basically something to the effect of you sick fuck. Only psychopaths fold their toilet paper and use it twice. And then
Apparently you don't pay for the toilet paper in your house.
And then Dave chimed in and was basically like, I have never double folded once in my entire life. That's like for like crazy people.
What?
Yeah, that you're fucking
I'm in the
sick.
minority.
You're sick.
I do. I fucking do the dig out, and then I fold it up, fold it again, do a little cleanup work, then go back in with another. It's not like I'm not using a fucking square of toilet paper. How much toilet paper do you use when you fucking clean up?
Like per wipe?
Yeah. Is it a fucking swatch or is it 30 swatches?
No. I would say like when I pull toilet paper to get like a one wipe amount in my hand, probably like three squares, 3 to 4 maybe on average.
Okay, so there is the difference between you and I.
Okay.
Because I'll probably go 8. So it's like
Jesus.
it's like it's the same thought process. Is you only wipe it once and then have to go get another 4. I fucking pull the 8, wipe my ass, fold it, and do it again. I've built a fucking barrier. I'm not fucking, my finger's not going up my ass through the toilet paper.
Well, okay. Well, so this, I'm glad we're talking about this because this brings up something we didn't touch on at all on the previous episode is actual, like technique of the paper. Do you like when you pull off those 8 sheets or those 8 squares, do you like systematically fold each square over so you have like a square panel that you wipe with?
No, it's more like a rectangle. I probably do 2 and 2.
So you create like a rectangle and then
Yes.
then you do your wipe and then that
Fold
folds
it.
into a square for the next.
Correct. Yes.
I'm
how it
I'm still claiming psychopath, but I'll cut you a little bit of slack because you are using so much paper that I'm questioning the amount that even 8 squares gives for adequate barrier to do a fold technique.
So,
but I'm
here, let me
maybe.
break this down for you.
Yeah.
With owning the skate shop, I've had to clean up so much horrible shit
Yeah.
and random funk that that doesn't even fucking phase me. Like it is like, whatever.
Yeah.
That it's like fucking guys are horrible, girls are hogs. Like it is fucking.
How often do you have a slip and get poo on your finger?
Am I doing like 1 out of 10? Not too fucking often. That's part of that big fucking pad.
Like you got your technique down where you like.
Hell, yeah. I mean, does it happen on occasion? Yes.
Okay.
How about you?
So before I give my technique, when you do slip and get some poo on your finger, do you, okay, here's the scenario. You're only 2 wipes in, you're only halfway done wiping. You get a slip, get some poo on your finger. Do you stop wiping, get up and wash your hands, and then sit back down and continue wiping? Or do you just like wipe off with toilet paper?
You fucking sit down to wipe? You wipe your ass while you're sitting down?
Well, hold on. We're gonna.
Well, you just said I go to sit back down.
No,
start
but
to wipe.
No,
okay,
no.
good.
If you stand up from the toilet because you
Right.
got poo on your finger, to go to the sink to wash your hand,
Right.
and then you come back to wipe.
Right.
Do you do that,
No,
or do you just
no,
like you just wipe
I-
wipe it off on toilet paper?
Yeah, that's a part of my fold. I put it in, that one, discard that one, and keep going. It's my fucking ass.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not. It's a shitty area to begin with.
I'm not judging.
Little bit of hair.
Yeah, I'm not judging about
But,
the finger slip. I was
I'm
just curious what you do because
no, I would not fucking go wash my hand.
yeah,
Not
I
till
don't
the
know.
job's done, because I think it would make it fucking. That'd make it even worse.
Yeah, because then you're just like you're trying to like scuffle to the sink with your like pants around your ankles
Your
to like
knees,
wash your hands.
Yes.
Okay, well, so based on what you just said, you are a stand wiper,
Oh, absolutely. How do you fucking wipe sitting down?
lean and wipe.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
No fucking way. You sit down to wipe your ass after you're done shitting.
yeah,
Man, what?
yeah.
Amanda's already left, or I'd be yelling down the fucking stairs.
So I'm right-handed.
Right?
I'm sitting down and I'm pooping, and when I'm done pooping, I just kind of like do like a lean to the left twist and like basically like lift my butt like up off the seat and just reach under and like wipes like off. So basically I'm on my like left butt cheek thigh with my like right side kind of lifted up. My defense of sitting to wipe is that you lean to the side, you wipe, and then your hand is already sort of like down below the threshold of the seat to drop the shitty paper like right into the toilet bowl. Whereas like standing up just seems like so much more margin, like room for error basically, to like you're like wiping and then you have to like turn to
Look,
like drop
motherfucker, you
it.
don't have to count for fucking wind speed and shit like that. It's a goddamn toilet. You turn around and drop it.
So so standing up and wiping is just so foreign to me. I don't
So,
even. Do
the
you
fact
stand
that you
up?
think that I fucking miss the fucking toilet throwing shit paper in it is amazing. Dude,
I don't
it's
know.
there. Even when I was a fucking drunkard, I could fucking find the toilet paper, put it on my ass, and then throw it down in the toilet. I didn't have a problem. There was never a morning I woke up and was like, fuck, I missed a shitter again.
I don't really know anyone who stands up to wipe. So you're done
Oh
pooping.
my God.
You
Standards
stand-
unite.
Yeah, you stand up. Do you have your butt still facing the toilet when you stand up to wipe, or do you turn with your face facing the bowl and then wipe and drop the toilet paper like in front of you?
No, I don't. I do not turn around and face the bowl while I'm fucking wiping my ass, because if I know I shit and I can see a little bit, but I don't have to fucking stare at my shit. It's impressive, I know, but I don't need to sit and look at it for fucking 10 minutes.
Well, no, it's not even a looking at it thing. I just wasn't sure if like the actual act of having to, because I'm assuming you sort of like bend over at the waist a little bit to like get back there.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Yeah, okay. So you're essentially doing like the same technique as sitting down and wiping. You're just like standing and
Up
doing
and
it.
mobile. So
Yeah.
if somebody would come through the door, I'd be able to defend myself.
Okay, so I'll give you that. If in the rare instance you're taking a shit and you're about to get attacked and robbed for your wallet, standing up to wipe puts you in a safer position for combat readiness than sitting down and pooping or wiping.
Absolutely.
So I'll give you that. But beyond that, I'm not sure I'm seeing the advantage of it.
Oh my God. So I've also gotten really good, and I spread to limit the amount of wipes. I spread the cheeks a little bit when I sit down to make sure that I'm not getting any extra cling that I don't need.
Yeah, no, totally. You totally have to do like a little, I mean, unless you're Matt Powell and have the flattest ass ever, you don't have to do this. And you have a princess butthole.
He's got a fucking, what would it be, a convex or concave butthole?
No, his is convex, dude, because it's like so exposed that like nothing fucking touches.
The ring is out true of the fucking ass.
Yeah.
His
No,
sphincter is.
You definitely got to do like a little cheek tug when you sit down to like keep the sides from touching so much.
Yeah, because that could just be fucking dreadful.
Yeah. Well, so then back to my toilet paper technique is that, like I said, I'd say I'm between a three and 5 squares, and that's where the test wipe comes in. Okay, so I'm probably doing like a 3 square test wipe is my number one wipe. And my technique though for the toilet paper is I do like I create like a mound, like a ball. So I'll like take the paper, and instead of folding it, I kind of like crumble it into like I mean, it's still like folded. It's folded over, but I don't like keep it square. I kind of like make it like crumbled a little bit. So it's almost like it sort of sticks up a little bit.
So it's like a dollar bill that'll work in a change machine better. Because a fresh dollar bill doesn't work in like a change machine.
Oh, I see. So like
You
a
gotta
crumbled
crumble
up
the
one
bitch
that's
up.
flat.
Yeah, it can read.
Yeah. Well,
So your ass is like a fucking change
hold on.
machine.
Give me
All
2
right.
seconds.
Uh-oh, chicken's gotten loose. Oh, there he goes. He's fucking chasing it. Oh, I think he's checking. It's toilet paper. Woohoo!
Exhibit A. So I've had a roll of toilet paper by my chair in the living room for blowing my nose while I've been sick. So we got the toilet paper. I'm going to demonstrate for Curtis my wiping technique. So here's the roll. So this my first wipe. I'm probably grabbing like, let's say like that much.
All right.
Yeah, that's 4 squares would be my first wipe. So I take it and I do this. They kind of get it like that.
What are you trying to increase the fucking surface area? What are you doing?
Yeah, so it's like so I build up the center, but then by doing this crumble, you get like a thumb shield on the side.
Yeah, but doesn't that lead to like wild and out of control parts of the paper that could come back and swack you in the hand?
It can on occasion, but it's very rare. Very, very rare. The technique is I have it so dialed in that like that rarely happens. But by doing the crumble technique, you give yourself a thumb and finger shields. And then the paper is raised up where it's like kind of staying away from your butt. So then your technique, if you do a fold,
Yep.
I'm going to do that. See, for me, this is why I can't.
That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah, see, and
then
like
you go up the crack.
I can't.
Yep.
The thumb exposure, I can't do the thumb exposure.
You have to know the limits of your ass.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was born with mine, so I know how deep I need to go.
Yeah, I can't. There's something about the thumb exposure with your technique that I don't think I could do it. So that's crazy. So you were saying that so I just want to kind of check this out. So if you're doing one of your rectangle wipes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So I am freaking out right now that you're fucking wasting toilet paper like that.
I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to use this to blow my nose.
All right, so I get it.
This is your.
Yeah,
that would be like your
close to that. Yeah, I maybe I do it a sheet and a quarter fold. Like it's not that fucking big, It's not like tampon size.
Yeah. But so you get this,
I get
that's the wipe, and then you'll do that fold like that.
yeah. Yeah, it's not that long, but yeah, that's the concept.
See, I just and whatever, that's your technique. I'm not going to hate on it, but I don't like the thumb exposure. I feel my technique, I have like gotten kind of like dialed in that I get like maximum finger protection when I'm wiping with my technique, and I feel like the fold technique just leaves too many things exposed for slippage, in my opinion.
I don't even know what to say about that. I don't think I agree, because I feel like that is just too many variables. Like, I only have to account for my thumb, and if I know that my thumb is not in my asshole, then I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? To be fair, maybe I'll give it a shot. I'll try your technique.
I don't know. I like your technique scares the fuck out of me. Like, I just like if I would end up at that situation, that would be because I wasn't fucking paying attention, or I was fighting trying to get the toilet paper to line back up off the roll because some jackass has pulled the one ply away, and so they're not lining up properly.
Yeah.
And then I would end up with a ball like that. But
I am
scares
very
me.
curious to hear from people if they're stander or sitter wipers, because I know a lot of both. So I just would be curious to know like when people decided to stand versus sit, and like what their reasoning is for doing it that way. But the final and most profound thing about the discussion of that episode, and this one really hit me hard because I was like, wow, what a fucking amazing comment, and I never thought of this before. When do blind people know when to stop wiping?
Holy fuck. I wish that I knew someone to ask, because that is a great question.
Because my comeback was, well, they're obviously sniff testing the paper.
That is horrible.
But obviously that's not accurate. So
Maybe they have bidet.
yeah, but that only accounts for pooping at your house. What if you're
Yeah.
in public and you have to poop?
Fuck, I don't even know anybody to ask.
Yeah. So I don't know.
That is fucking inquiring minds want to know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all visual.
Yeah. Yeah. It kind of, I was simultaneously intrigued and also saddened by that thought.
Well, so now, actually, I want to step that back. There are times, like when I wipe and I know that I'm not going to have to, I'm not in for a 10 wiper type situation. Like, it's going to be like one or two and I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
I can tell that without gazing down at the paper.
Yeah, I feel you on like you just kind of like you get a vibe.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm ripping my butthole. Probably not. I'm probably not a lot of poo there. I'm probably going to be okay. And no, I buy sandpaper. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, there was also discussion. Everyone was kind of giving their 2 cents on like type of toilet paper that they prefer.
Where was that?
Yeah, I think the majority of people were saying they're kind of like us. I think you're just like right in the middle. You don't want it like tree bark, but you don't want it to be like super, super soft.
That's the ex. She was the fucking tree bark.
Oh,
like, we
really?
bought the fucking, yeah, for 20 years. I think as soon as we separated, the first thing I did was buy softer fucking toilet paper.
Oh, you're talking about Jen?
Yeah.
Oh, she was a bark
Yeah.
wiper.
Yeah, bark wiper. She'd rather remove fucking skin.
Jesus, that's harsh.
My butt, it was probably fucking calloused from that.
Well, I mean, wiping with really fucking rough toilet paper over a long period of time, I think, causes hemorrhoids too.
Oh, fuck, that's possible.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to shove a hemorrhoid back in with your fucking finger? Not cool.
I have not.
Not fucking cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever shit so hard that your hemorrhoid pops out and then you have to shove it back in with your finger? Not fucking cool.
I don't. I've never had a hemorrhoid that big that like came
Oh
out.
my god.
So it was
So
like it's like an internal hemorrhoid, and you like pooped it out, and it was like dangling.
what was
What the?
it? Dangling. It was like, but you could tell it wasn't where it was supposed to be. It wasn't like fucking hanging out and was playing fucking table tennis with it. It was like
It's like a gobbler.
it was. It was just kind of like it felt like you had a fucking like a rock stuck in your fucking sphincter,
Gnarly.
and it's not cool. And
Yeah,
you have
that-
to like fucking jam that bitch back in. That
What
is
the
fucking
fuck?
that
So,
true
are-
story.
are-
And you know what's better is I talked to somebody and a sister of my ex, and she fucking confirmed a story like that because she bitched to me about it. I'm like, fuck, dude. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's so brutal. So like, do you immediately know that happens when it happens, or do you like get up and finish wiping and go about your day, and then all of a sudden realize?
While you were wiping, you know that things aren't right.
Oh my god!
But
And then-
that might wait until I get home. Like if that happened at work, I'm probably not gonna fucking try to jam that bitch back in at work.
Yeah, so I
Probably-
was gonna say, like, I'm sure, like, you can't just like push it back up in while you're pooping, right?
No.
I mean, not in the actual act of pooping, but like if you're, like if you're in a public bathroom, yeah, you're like, 'cause
fuck no. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
you need to like, I'm sure, have like, I mean, do you like
I would do it
finish
in the shower.
Yeah,
I would
finish
do it in the
wiping,
shower,
get in the
yes.
shower, kind of a scenario.
Have you ever
Gnarly.
shit so bad that you went and showered after it?
Oh,
Because it
I
was
have
just-
done that
just
multiple
that
times.
Fucking dreadful.
Yeah,
So-
I've had some of those.
We practiced when we practiced at Clean Air's house in the city. Their one fucking roommate, he on occasion, you know, all of a sudden hear the fuck. He'd go to the bathroom, and all of a sudden you hear the shower kick on. And it's because he had a super shit and needed to wash.
Yeah, I've had some of those where, well, kind of. I think typically when that happens, oh, this reminds me of something amazing I want to bring up as well. But I've had that happen where you're like out in public, and you have an emergency poop come on, and there's no way you're gonna get home in time, and there's nowhere to go. So you're just like doing your best to hold it. And, you know, inevitably, sometimes you're going to get like a little nugget slip out. And when you get back to like finally go, just that little tiny chunk has just been in there and has just smeared all around. And it's like, no matter how much you wipe, you're getting a shower after that.
So I got two for this. I remember one of my friends growing up, he said they were at a store one day and some dude fart and pieces fell out. It was like ping ping fell out onto the fucking ground.
No way.
Fuck. So that was his story. But to kind of jump onto your story is at Thanksgiving we had this fantastic story by Dammy Doodle's nephew. And now, like, necessary items to carry in your car is a roll of toilet paper and fucking pair of extra underwear and pair of socks.
Wow.
I don't know. I was like, pair of socks? I'm like, I understand. Like, I'm definitely wet socks fucking. Bleh.
I have all those things in my car except for the underwear. I do have toilet paper in my car. I have socks in my car. And I also have an emergency piss bottle in my car.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. I should have had one of those.
Yeah.
So that happened a lot more when I was drinking, the piss bottle.
Yeah.
But so he goes on to tell this story about how he's coming home from fucking work and he works like down in Virginia. So it's like an hour and a half drive. And he got off an exit and he turned because he had to go to the bathroom so bad. But he turned the wrong fucking way.
Oh
So
my
all of a sudden he was going
God.
the wrong way. And so he opted to stop at this church that he found. And he was like, church, they've got to have a fucking public bathroom.
Yeah.
So he fucking is knocking on the
God doesn't
door.
want you to shit yourself.
Oh my God. So he knocks on the door, and I think he tried multiple doors, and finally he's just like, fuck it. And he had to run across the parking lot into the woods. Apparently, he said, luckily there was a tree there, so he sat on a tree and shit off the other side.
Yeah.
And then I think he was minus a pair of underwear because he needed to fucking wipe. So now he rolls with those.
Yeah, I mean, the underwear thing is it's not a bad addition to the like car survival kit. It makes sense.
I thought that was everybody. Not that I do it, but I thought that was like the running joke, is you always keep an extra pair of underwear in case you shit yourself when you're in a fucking accident.
Fuck.
You can swap those bitches out.
Yeah. Well, so Trisha and I were talking. This was like years ago, and she came up with this idea, and I think it's like a really good idea. But is that when you go and get your driver's license, you get, she calls it the poop siren, or like the poop horn. So when you become a driver, you get 2 speeding exemptions a year to use. It's basically like a poop voucher, an emergency poop voucher. So if you're out driving around somewhere and you like have to get somewhere fast to like poop, there's a special siren that all cars are fitted with, that you like activate the poop siren like you're a fucking ambulance.
I fucking love that.
And you like, everyone has to get out of your way, and you're like driving to your house or driving to wherever you need to like emergency shit, but you only get 2 of these a year. So like you have to be very careful about using them. Like if you use one and for not a poop emergency, you're setting yourself up to only have 1 left for the rest of the year. So yeah, I think it's a great idea, like to utilize your poop
I think
siren.
That's brilliant.
Everyone gets the fuck out of the way, and you get to drive like 110 to like get to a bathroom.
You are in the state to do it. I think you should put it up for legislation to vote on.
Yeah. Well, that's the good thing about out here, is if you actually ride a motorcycle, that would never be an issue because you can lane split here. So you can just, fucking...
Oh, really?
Oh,
holy
dude.
Shit.
Oh, it's crazy. You should see people on motorcycles out here. It's fucking insane, dude. People just like, I honestly, I would be terrified to ride a fucking motorcycle out here, but people do it because it's so like in high traffic times during the day, like being on a bike, you can go through
right up the middle.
Yeah, go right up the middle and just like bypass everything.
Well, that makes it sound like it's fucking cool, but I'm just waiting for some asshole to fucking pull one right in the middle.
Or like open their, I always think about that. Someone
door.
open the door and you're fucking dead.
Ugh.
So another thing I wanted to talk about today, is it was like the weekend before I got really sick. We went to see Post Malone, and, what?
I'm going to go get the fucking dog.
Okay.
Because, listen, and we're going to leave this in. So, you know the people that let their fucking dog out in the neighborhood and he barks for fucking hours on end at fucking everything? That's us. Right now, he's out howling with either a fire engine or with the chickens.
Nice.
So, I'm going to go get him.
Nice. Well, I'm going to potty break then, too.
All right, potty break.
It's time for an official Potty Mouth Podcast potty break.
2 weekends ago, we went to see Post Malone, and Post Malone is a musical artist that 20 years ago I wouldn't have liked at all, and I would still say that I don't like love him, but he has some songs that I can get into, and like I think he's like entertaining, and he seems like a really nice guy. And Trisha really likes him, and she really wanted to go see him. So I was like, fuck it. I'll go. I've never been to like a big like pop show like that before ever, like with someone like at that level. So I was just, it's like a curiosity thing. Like I liked some of his music, but I was just like, kind of like back to the one episode where we just talked about going to a show just for it, like being an experience, just to like, well, what can I gain from going to something I'm not used to seeing? And not gonna lie, it ended up far surpassing any like expectation I had for being like a really fun killer show. It it was honestly, it was like pretty incredible. Seeing like a like a pop star of that magnitude in person, it really finally like sort of made me understand, I guess, why people go to see stuff like that. Um, so the first thing that was I was really intrigued by was the fact that, you know, he doesn't have a band. It's just like a dude on stage like singing and rapping over like backing track music that's just like coming out over the PA. So I've always been very curious about that in general. Like, how do you know, like, I've never seen a hip hop band. I've never seen like a rapper live or anything like that. So I don't know kind of how that comes across, just like that coming over the PA like that. Um, well, it was fucking awesome. It sounded really fucking good. And the way that the acoustics, I guess, were in this place, we saw them at the LA Forum. It's like the old Forum up there. And it sounded incredible. Like it was so clear, and I don't know. It's like, honestly, I can't even put it into words like how amazing the sound was. It was just sounded incredible. And the music was loud enough that it was kind of, you could, you know, people, you're like rocking out to it or whatever, but it wasn't so loud. This is my first experience ever where I was at a show where the music is loud, but it wasn't so loud that you couldn't hear the crowd singing along. So it was a very new experience for me of being somewhere where you can hear the performer, but you could also hear the crowd interacting and singing with him. And it really added this whole element to seeing a concert that I had never experienced before. And it, like, this sounds really silly to say this, but it really, the only way I can describe it, it was like pretty powerful to like be able to hear the crowd singing in addition to being able to hear him so well too. But yeah, it was crazy. Like I totally, like, I'm not saying going to a big pop show is something I'm going to like make a habit of now or anything, but I understand now why people do that and why they like to go to see big acts like that.
I'm speechless. My daughter, she would understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because they all sing and it's a fucking hoot and a half for her. Do I get it? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I could understand what you're talking about. It's just, I am speechless because I'm processing information. I'm like, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. And I didn't realize I was going to have the reaction I had. Like, I was like, it's going to be fun and, you know, it'll be cool to see her having such a
far fucking better person than I am. Because if Doodle would have said, let's go see Post Malone, I'd be like, no, I'm going to fucking stay here. You go see Post Malone. I will give you money and you can take somebody else. I would not give her money to take somebody else if I didn't want to go, but she could find, if Blythe would probably have went with her. Blythe's all into going to shows. She'll even like not prep for them and like only listen to them for like the week before, so she has all the songs in mind.
Right.
So
yeah.
I would just say no. I'm not going to do that.
I wish you wouldn't be like that because
I might have drove her and then I'd sit in the car.
Damn, it was fun, man. It was really fun. Like, I totally understand now why people like, and I'm not saying that these two artists are in the same realm because they're not popularity wise and stuff. I wouldn't think anyway, not that I know of, but like going to see someone like Madonna or someone like in that realm, that's, I mean, and I like Madonna songs, don't get me wrong, But going to see Madonna is not something I ever would have ever thought about doing. And now after seeing him, I don't know, like I understand why people are like love to go to like big mainstream pop shows, because it's something to see. It's like a spectacle, and just the crowd participation that you can actually sort of hear, that was very new. And I don't know, it was a blast. Like I said, I don't love all his music, but would 100% go see him again.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to go with that.
There's nowhere to go with it, but
no, I'm just like, it's so, those little clips or little things that I send you and Thaddeus all the time on Instagram, those are totally me. I would not, fuck that. I would not go out, and that's just not me. Not wired that way.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not for everybody, but it was cool. I'm glad I finally can say that I went to a show like that. Because so the guy who opened for him was this hip hop guy. I forget his name. I think I might be mistaken about this, but I think it was Roddy Ricch is the guy's name.
I defer to you.
Yeah, rapper guy, but he was fucking awesome too, man. Like, I don't know, he was just like all like gold chained out like rap dude, and but it was cool, man. He sounded like really fucking good, and I think the biggest thing I think I brought away from it was now I'm definitely more intrigued to keep an eye out for hip hop that I do like, and if it's ever live, like I would, because Cypress Hill is one of my favorite bands in that genre of music. I fucking love Cypress Hill. And one of the reasons I never really went to see them is because of, I was just like, how cool can like just dudes singing over microphones be? Like, that's like, that can't be like that cool. But honestly, after seeing that, I was like, I fucking 100% want to see Cypress Hill live now, because it's probably bad fucking ass.
I don't know. I guess the closest would have been the Beastie Boys, but I don't even remember it.
Yeah. Oh, you did see the Beastie Boys? That's cool.
Yeah.
I never got to see
it.
But
I don't remember it. Like, Phil would do a better job telling you about that show than I do.
I think it was played that show.
Like Fire Hose, right? Is that what's his name?
Like the SST player? Band?
Yeah. Them. I want to say Social Distortion and fucking Beastie Boys.
No way.
Yeah, I think that was the lineup. I think I'm missing a band that was a big band at the time too.
That's crazy. What year was this?
Well, probably 92, 91, 92, somewhere around there.
So that was like right around like
Check Your Head.
Check Your Head, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was cool. So to me, it was closer to the shit I expect to see. And it wasn't just them bouncing around on stage. It was them playing instruments and
yeah, totally. I was going to say they definitely were playing like actual instruments at most of their shows and stuff. At least for some of the songs, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, especially on that record too, because I think that was the whole like main gimmick of that album, is they went back to sort of like playing their instruments again and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least making it known they were like doing that, I guess. More so on the previous couple.
Yeah, like I said, I wish I could remember it. I just don't. Like, there's nothing that stood out about that show. Like,
yeah,
it was like, did it? I would like to say, I don't even think I drank that at that point. It was just, there's like shows, you go to them, there's just like nothing magical. It's just like they're going through the motions. I'm going through the motions by just staying there. Like, there was nothing there. No magic for me.
Damn, bummer.
It's all right. I'll be okay.
The only magic you get is when you stand and wipe.
Exactly. Facing away from the toilet. If I'm feeling crazy, I might face at the toilet and admire my work. But
so what's funny is if you're somewhere and you're stand up wiping, and for some reason someone walks in on you who is a sit wiper, they're probably like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Fucking heathen!" Be fucking awful.
Damn.
Apparently Dustin walked on. We used to have the American Diabetes Association was beside us. And apparently Dustin walked in on some dude taking a deuce at our office.
Nice.
Because when you're in super early, there's nobody there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't close the door at the house if I don't have to, but at work, the bitch is locked.
I hope so. At work. So what's you had some stuff you said?
I do, but I think it starts in I think it's a whole nother
trajectory.
Yeah, it is. So I don't even know if I'm ready to go for it.
All right.
So here, I will get you on one because the people deserve this information.
Okay.
Or my bitch. All right. So I am not stoked by the fact that the internet lets everybody know what the fucking records are worth. When now you can go into a record store that they have no clue what they were sitting on, and you could get fucking gold for nothing because that's not what they focused on. But now when they get fucking old records and stuff, they look the shit up on eBay
Or
and
Discogs.
Yeah, and then put the going rate for it on there. And I'm like,
Yep.
I fucking hate that. Like we were I sent you and Gene that picture of the signed Nuclear Assault album. I thought it was badass. It didn't have a price on it, but I'm sure he wanted money for it.
Oh, you were at a record store when you saw it. Oh, I thought that was like your copy.
No, so it was like, but it was signed. And then the fact that it actually had the mail order fucking slip still with it.
Yeah.
I thought was fucking kick ass.
Yeah.
It wasn't priced, but there was another Nuclear Assault album that he wanted something ridiculous for. So you can only imagine what he wanted for that. But it was like back in the day, I was like, these bitches would be over there with the fucking Marty Robbins records and nobody'd be looking at them.
Yeah. No, Yep.
And now it's,
welcome to modern record shopping. Like finding deals never going to happen ever again.
Fuck no. It's ridiculous.
I mean, you can every once in a while, if you're doing your due diligence to like look for stuff, you can find some shit at a decent price, but it's pretty fucking rare, man. Pretty rare.
So it was like there was something else. We did score Rio for $5.
Oh, nice.
That was because my copy is so fucking worn out and old and skips, and Gavin complains about it. So I am stoked. It's the boy's birthday tomorrow, 21. Fucking nuts.
Wow, nice.
And I had to send the fucking text to Cooper today going, dude, if you don't fucking acknowledge me, I'm cutting your ass off. Because I still help out, and I let him keep his insurance with my insurance so that he's not getting charged like a 21-year-old.
Right.
So, and I still pay for phones. And I was like, all right, if you're not going to fucking acknowledge me, I'm cutting shit. Because it's like I paid for this so that I can get a hold of you.
Right.
Not to be fucking ignored.
Oh, he's like ignoring your text messages.
He does it to everybody. It's not just me. He does it to fucking everybody. But I was at the point, I'm like, no, dude, this isn't how it works. I asked for something and I need to get a response. Like, so Gavin, if he doesn't like, shit, I'm trying to think of the scenario last week, or 2 weeks ago, like, instead of acknowledge the text came, he just doesn't answer or respond to it. So we have no idea whether he's seen it or whether he wants anything, or it's like one of those. It's like, no, So we were Sprint customers, and they got bought out by T-Mobile, so we got new T-Mobile SIM cards. Well, somebody opened the fucking package. And so I'm like, I don't know how many SIM cards are actually in there originally. Like, we have 5 devices. Did I get 5 fucking SIM cards, or did I just get these 3? So I text. I was like, did anybody open this fucking envelope? Because somebody had to. Fucking nothing. Blake's like, not me. And then, so we finally run into Gavin. Gavin's like, it's not me. He goes, I didn't open it, so I didn't think I had to respond. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh, nice.
Little fucking input. That's all I'm asking for. But so I am kind of stoked. Usually I have Cooper is become super easy to buy for because he has like interest. Mm-hmm. And Gavin, his interests are close to mine, so I'm like, I don't know. But I quizzed him yesterday or 2 days ago. I was like, are you cool with used things for your birthday? If you don't, and I guess he thought about records. Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, that's cool. But I'm getting him a fucking receiver.
Oh, nice.
So that he can, expand.
Yeah.
And maybe get a cassette deck because you guys, as you know, cassettes are fucking trendy.
Yeah.
So he'll be able to fucking pick up a cassette if he wants to.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have it. He's going to have to buy the components.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is fucking, and because he's got like one of those like Victrola record players. Mm-hmm. Just like the all-in-one. And it does what it's supposed to do. And we have these fucking crazy speakers from a computer system at the old office. And they're incredible. Like, they'll fucking blow you out of the room. So he uses that, and we experience that during the week. But I thought it'd be cool to kind of set him in a direction.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of stoked on that. I hope he likes it and doesn't look at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, I mean, if nothing else, like you said, just be able to get the record player hooked up and get some like louder sounds coming out.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Dammy will be excited about that because it's fucking loud.
Well, that's cross that bridge when you get there, I guess. Dude, that's crazy. I still can't believe they're going to be 21, man. That's wild.
Old as fuck.
I still have that picture of Cooper. Shit, man, he was probably like 3, maybe, standing on the deck of your old ramp with he had like a little helmet on, holding a skateboard. Mm-hmm. I still have that picture somewhere. That's wild, man.
It's fucking nuts.
21, shit.
So I always thought it would be fucking cool. I was like, I'll be young enough that I can go and have beers with my kids because, I love alcohol.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, I don't know how cool that would have been.
Yeah.
Like, I can't imagine like going tomorrow and going out and buying beers with them. Like, I don't think I would want to do that even if I did drink. Like, it's bizarre.
Yeah, that's like...
It sucks when you get old.
Yeah, I don't know. It could maybe be cool, but I can also see why maybe that's not cool at all, I guess.
It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, shit. Well, yeah, man, I guess if you don't have anything else, I think might be like trying to wrap up soon because I got to get back on chicken duty because it's time to get her next round of little supplements going and stuff. I need to kind of keep up on top of all her little guidelines today.
Nice. So I am going to lead in is next week. Remind me to tell you my dryer story.
Okay.
You got to write that shit down. Everybody, it was depressing and I was fucking mental. I'm going to do my own podcast. That's fucking awesome. Loki, shut the fuck up. Like it works. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was going to do my own podcast ranting about this shit because I was so irritated.
Damn. Well,
but I'm waiting for you because you like to stir the pot a little bit more. All right, then let's wrap this shit up.
Cool. Dryer story next week.
Oh, yeah. And I got other things. People can respond to this one if you make it this fucking deep into the podcast. I don't think anybody does. But car gender stereotypes.
Wow, I love that. Okay.
Because I'm living through one and I own another one. So yes, this is a topic that kind of hit me in the head, and I'm like, fuck. And I think we need to talk about it.
Yeah, I love that. Let's we'll add that. We'll talk about that next week because I already have a couple brewing in my head as soon as you said that. So
nice.
Cool.
All right, kids. Well, we will see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week. Later.
Adios, motherfuckers.
This podcast was brought to you by Potty Mouth Records. Contact us at pottymouthrecords@gmail.com And find us on the web at pottymouthrecords.rocks. That's .rocks.
Top that, bitch!